Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
Let's go on. No, 66. Hey, exit. 45.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm, let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Hey, switch gears. Shift.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, check it.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Devin White on the tackle. It's a gain of 6. First down, Atlanta.
Here we go. 180. 45. Hey, I'm coming.
From the gun, here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Gun.
They fake the give. Newton. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Good job, D. Good job. That's what you're trying to buy.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Newton. He's going to dump it off to Gurley.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
20.
Kill.
Great.
Newton to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Wait, 20! Hey, 56!
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 1-yard
This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal.
Hey, let's get there. He's coming. 450.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Shoot. 72. Shoot.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
54. Mike 54.
Brady going to throw.
Let's go.
And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, DeMonte Casey.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
20.
Now Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Check 24. Check 24. Check 9. Check 9. Let's go. 5-0.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
8. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You ain't going nowhere.
Great.
54. Mike 54.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 20 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Point after, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Sugar! Hey, Haywood!
Now Brady. Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
58 for Mike. Here we go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. We own them.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now this one complete on the slant route, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Right there, 54 Mike. Push him back.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Check Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Gun. 54, Trot. 54. It's just me and you. 54 is Mike. Check.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 47. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
Brady now, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Letting one go deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Jones. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Matt Gay for the Buccaneers field goal.
Gay's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
He's checking. Check. Watch the shit.
Throwing again. Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Now it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
First down, Atlanta.
ready, we're ready. We're ready.
Watch the screen. Pass. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check. Fresh now.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Ready, back 25.
Showing up, showing up.
Check, 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 check. Check, ready to go.
Play action. It's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they have the football and will set up sharp at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now for Brady. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Come on, QB, come on.
Sugar.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
Now 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Get it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Hey, set. 53.
54, Mike.
Shadow.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike, 54. Mike, 54.
Hey, go 66.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Scott Miller. Incomplete.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
First down, Falcons.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Record. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
58.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here we go.
Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4. Rip right. Rip right.
You draw quarters.
Gurley. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Let's go, baby.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Situation. Let's go.
They go play action with Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Adams. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Brady. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 5. Brings up
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Rip.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick pass out to Miller. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scott Miller, his 11th touchdown of the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
at their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Falcon first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Hey, one set. Bravo. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there.
39.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check 31, check 31.
Greystone travel. 21.
54.
Second and 10 now. Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Pull it together. A little flare, a little flare, flare, flare.
54, south.
Check 25.
39.
Throwing again, Ryan. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, it's Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, summertime and the living is easy. Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
To throw is Brady. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey, who we got?
Hey, Charlie.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
To throw again, Brady. They'll find Miller. That's complete. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle.
And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Gay is on for the point after. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25 Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Elsewhere at Arrowhead there in the third quarter. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 44. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Wait, 20!
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Wait, 53! Check, watch 54, watch 54. It's our time. Wait, 28!
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Go! Watch the screen, watch the screen! Watch the screen! Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike, 54.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 9, Newton. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. First down, Falcons. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day. Check. Great. What is it?
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Check. 45, Mike, 45. He can't hang. Hey, Delta. He's not going to get me. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And finally out of bounds all the way down to about the 2. A big run there by Jones. 66 yards. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the football will come out to the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, they're in the 4th quarter. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Bryant's pass taken in by Ridley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, exit.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And it's complete right back to Ridley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Right there.
Spud.
54 miles.
Again, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Brady to throw. And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, DeMonte Casey. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And finally out of bounds all the way down to about the 2. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 43 yards. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after